Hello, Minecrafters! This is bbinme, and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play series. This is Series 4, and we're on the third episode, and I'm here at my base on the little balcony surrounding my base. And, well, not really a base, more of a temporary survival room, so to speak. But here we are, and the sun is setting, and you can see some of the buildings I've been working on thus far up there on top of the mountain. And I just want to head over here because we're going to do a build over in the quad witch hut area. So if I just overlook this little promontory here, can you say that? Is that a word? Promontory? And you can see that I've been doing a lot of work down there, putting half slabs and clearing out, flattening the land. And I have a little thing going on over here. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to kind of continue on with our build for the rabbit stew machine. So right now I can make rabbit stew using basically cooked rabbit coming from the rabbit cooker over there, and dandelions to breed the rabbits, and we've got mushrooms for our mushroom farm, which is doing pretty good. But we need we need a faster farm. I've got some temporary farms over here that are doing the work, getting carrots, potatoes, wheat, whatnot, but I think it's time to make a better farm. And so I've got two things in mind. I think today on this episode we'll do the first is in my quad witch hut area I'm eventually going to have a perimeter, and I'm going to be able to go AFK in that perimeter. And so I want to have basically an automatic farm, but not just an automatic farm. I want it to be a passive automatic farm. So, there's a lot of farms we can do with bone meal to get food really quick with some redstone and whatnot. But this is going to be passive, totally passive. It's going to run forever. It's not going to require any resources, and it's just going to generate food. And I want to put it in the perimeter so that when I go AFK in the perimeter area, that this is generating food, that it eventually is getting sent to my storage room. So here's kind of the location I've picked. I've checked to make sure that when I'm AFK at the center of my perimeter that this chunk will be loaded, and I'm fairly certain that that will be the case. And yeah, so I've got all the materials in a chest over here. And I'll just show you what I've got. So we're going to use some green and lime green clay for the exterior, and I've got some lamps and whatnot for decoration and glass. And I think we've got all the materials, but what we're going to need is a whole bunch of villagers. So let's head through the nether here. I have a village not too far away, and I will meet you there. All right, here I am at the village. So this was, remember we're playing in Amplified, and so we got kind of a crazy village over here between some hills. And it was a really large village. It actually stretches over there quite a bit. And what I did is I built this wall around it, a too-high wall, just to keep the zombies and mobs out. And of course I've tried to barricade everyone in their houses, and also torch the whole area up, light it all up so that nothing can spawn within the village. And I think all my villagers are safe. You see some of them running around in that house over there, and there's a couple in this. They're in various houses. I think there's quite a few villagers in here. Now I'm going to do 6 levels in my farm, and I need a farmer for each level and a non-farmer villager. So I basically need 12 villagers. Okay, so yeah, that was a pretty big village. I was able to get 12 villagers. There's still 3 villagers left in that village, so that's great. And I have 6 farmers and 6 non-farmers. So I think I'm all set. Now what we can do is start building the building, and I'll have to put in some sort of elevator or minecart track or something to get the villagers to the right place. But first, let's let me grab some blocks here and start laying down the foundations of the building. I will see you in a bit. Okay, there we go. We've got the first level down. I think it looks pretty good even at night, or maybe even better at night. I'll just give you a quick little walk around the building here. So yeah, looks pretty nice. I think the green and lime green clay came out good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, I was just wanted to kill a couple of them there to get some XP here. I need to repair my pick soon. So let's go inside and I will show you how the machine will work. Okay, so basically this is the farming floor, and the the farming villager will be wandering around here. Iron door, so he won't be able to get out. Iron door also, so this doesn't make a village, and that's important. I don't want this to become a village and have the villagers breeding in here. But yeah, so the farmer will be farming, and there'll be another villager sitting in here on the other side of this fence on top of those hoppers. And so when this farmer's got enough food, he will come over here, he will try to feed the other villager, but they'll land on the fence and fall down into these hoppers. It'll never get to that villager. And so we can keep collecting that food, and yeah, and so the villager will never get fed, this villager will never get fed. There's no wooden doors, so it won't make a village, and we won't get more villagers. And basically the farmers will just keep in here farming, and we're going to have 6 levels, so 2 levels for each crop. So we've got our farmer. He's busy farming. As you can see, he's planting, and when he has food, when he gets to that point, he's going to give it to our villager over here who's very hungry. But the food's not going to get over this fence, and so it's going to fall in the hopper. Excellent. All right, I'm going to build out the next level and set up the minecart track, and I will see you soon. Alrighty, guys. I think it looks good. Got the second level on. I built a little entryway in here instead of the door that I originally had. I wanted to be able to not have any trouble going down a ladder, getting the food out of the storage area. Got this block here to keep the water from above from spilling down, and I think we're all set. We're going to use the minecarts to bring in another farmer and another non-farmer. So let's go do that. All right, we're back. All 6 levels are complete and finished up the building. All the villagers are inside, and let's check it out. So on the first 2 levels, I've got carrots growing. There's another level of carrots. We've got our potatoes growing nicely. And up on the top 2 levels, we've got wheat. And it's started to grow. So yeah, looks good. Villager on each floor. Another villager who's a non-farmer behind the fence wall. I've got this little entryway now with a ladder, so I can go up and down pretty easily to the floors. I don't think I'll ever need to, but just in case. And down here we have the collection area, and as you can see, it's already started to fill up. So excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, I'm going to go AFK for a little while, and we'll see how the machine runs. Alrighty, Minecrafters, we're back. And as you can see, we have some problems here. So first of all, I've got zombies that are building up on the outside, and that's not so bad. You know, the sunlight will get them eventually. But because of the glass panes I used, they were able to reach inside, and they got my villager. And so I now have a zombie villager non-farmer in here, which is kind of a shame. And also, after going AFK for some time, my farm stopped working, and I did a little bit of investigation, well, a lot of investigation, and I figured out the problem. So what's happening here is for the carrots and potato farmers. When my farmer villagers are throwing the food over, it's sitting on top, I believe it's sitting on top of the hopper for a little while, and the villager on the other side is actually able to pick up a few of them. He doesn't get them all, but he gets a few here and there. And eventually he will get enough food in his inventory that this dude here stops farming. And so he doesn't have anyone to throw his food to, so he doesn't bother harvesting anymore, and then I end up with, 6 levels of grown crops. Plus, there is an issue with the wheat farms. So this process that I have here doesn't work for wheat farms because the farmer will, continue doing his job. Even if that guy never got food, he will do his job. But eventually, over time, he will end up with all seeds in his inventory, and then he will not be able to pick up the wheat anymore. And so he will basically stop farming. And I think that's basically the situation that I'm in. Basically in my design here, the wheat's not going to work the way I wanted it to. And for the potatoes and carrots, because the villagers somehow occasionally get some food, the farmers will stop feeding them, and so I'm kind of stuck. And I guess what we're going to do is, I've taken a look at some other designs. I think what we're going to do is we're going to call this a day for this episode, and I have basically a design that somewhat works, but we're going to call it a failed experiment, which is too bad. I really like this building, and I did a lot of work on it, and I thought it was kind of a nice design, but in the end, when you go AFK for a long period of time, it's not going to work over the long haul, and so we're going to have to make some changes. All right, so basically join me for next episode, and we're going to take a look at a different design and see if we can get this farm to work. And somehow we'll have to tear down this building here and rescue our farmers and villagers. Although, to tell you the truth, with their inventories kind of messed up, I don't know that I can save anyone in this tower. So maybe this is not going to be savable. We'll see. But yeah, we've got a little zombie spawner down here, right down this stairway here, and so maybe we can just convert some villagers that way and get the new farm going. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Again, failed experiment, but sometimes things don't work out quite as we planned, and that's okay. That's what Minecraft's about. If you did like this episode, hit that like button and let me know that you liked it. And if you really, really liked it, hit that subscribe button. And if you have something to say, by all means, hit the comment section and leave a comment. And until next time, goodbye.